What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode here on the Falappi YouTube channel. And today, we're putting together a new toolkit for the truck and the car, and just the mobile setup. So let's get into it, guys. What you see behind me, the white thing, is the gate. We've got a toolbox in the shop, and we'll do a little bit about that. What we have going on under the hood here is the stock. What we're going to do, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Welcome back to the channel. Like I said, my name is Mike, and as you can see, I got quite a bit of toolboxes sitting here on the bed of the old Dodge Ram. Well, apparently it's not good enough because, well, I needed to build another. In all reality, this pile of toolboxes is probably the set of content that we're going to be making here for the next, a couple of weeks. Going through it, talking about what all it is, and also putting together a set of tools for in here, putting a set of tools together for homeowners, putting a set of tools together for all kind of stuff. But today, we're going to talk about my mobile set of tools, what I got right now, what I wish it did, what I ended up buying. Without further ado, we're going to get in, show you my current box right here, go through it, show you a lot of the junk that's in there, and we'll go from there. We're going to start by, like I said, ignoring these other 4 toolboxes and the red bag, which is going to end up being what the new kit goes into. We're going to start by focusing right here on this box. Now it's a pretty stout box. It's an old Sears Craftsman toolbox. I bought this, as you can see, got the Monongahela Ford sticker on it, and I bought this toolbox when I worked in the building that used to be Monongahela Ford. Now it's obviously Rabe's Trading Post and Guns in Monongahela, PA. I worked there 2 summers, and that's kind of one of the places where I started collecting tools. But I did buy this toolbox. I forget what I paid for it, but ever since I bought it, it's been the box. It's lived in the back of the truck or the car, or whatever vehicle I was driving at the time. Now, when I had a trunk in a car, this box was more than adequate. It has a lot of room in it, but it also, things kind of, I didn't pick the best tools when I started out buying stuff for it. But let's take a look at some of these stickers we got here. Obviously got the AAA sticker, and got Ruby from Cletus McFarland, Vice Grip Garage, cars and cameras. Picked that Krabby. That was my first crab sticker back when I was going down to the Maryland area all too often. But we just got a bunch of Vice Grip Garage stickers. Can you tell that I like Vice Grip Garage? Anyway, going on into the box, you'll start to see what I mean. It's hard to open this thing one-handed here. Maybe I'll edit this out in post. Maybe I won't. Let me just assume the other hand and open in 1 minute. And you can see why I'm not so happy with the way this is set up. Now, these sockets, these are some 12-point old school Taiwanese stuff, but other than these, most everything else here is bottom basement level Harbor Freight Pittsburgh, like the cheapest one. You look at Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh Pro and Quinn and Icon and the different tier levels. This is the cheapest. I bought like the cheapest $30 or $40 toolkit with a lot of these sockets in them. Just the cheapest chrome vanadium ones. With the these, they work. None of this is getting thrown away, but this isn't necessarily stuff I want to rely on when I need it the most. But we got these, just the cheapest screwdrivers, and just these pliers. You can see how rusty from moisture that they've got. And I'm not even going to go through and I don't even know what's in here, really. It's just a bunch of mix of stuff I got free when I was working and getting the, that store I worked at, it was a consignment store. So after the 30, 60, 90 days, whatever, the customer had the choice to come back and get their stuff, or it went to donation, or the owner, if the owners of the stuff didn't want it, the owner of the store sometimes would relist it. And some of those older tools he just didn't want to deal with. So rather than seeing them go to the Goodwill, I took them and collected them and did everything I did with them. Getting down into the bottom here, you just have a random, test light. That's good. That'll probably end up in our new set. These, I have a million pairs of these. That'll probably end up in there too. These ratchets are actually really good. One of these Pittsburgh flex heads, this is probably going to end up in the set of tools that goes over there. But other than that, these are good. The Master Forces are still good. There's just a mix of stuff in here. Inline spark tester. There may be one or two wrenches. I don't even think there's any wrenches left of this roll. They're all down in here. There's just a real mix of just different stuff in here. Some of it good, some of it not. This was my dad's, I think. So this would have been in his toolbox in his car when I inherited it. You can see the old Pittsburgh logo in there. I don't know if there's any other, a lot of this is just, again, this is a good hammer. Taiwanese older hammer. I don't really need a claw hammer in the car, so this might go into one of these other toolboxes back here later. It's just, there's different stuff. These will definitely be going in. These are old school USA vice grips made by, these are vintage. These will never break. So, but a lot of this other stuff, I'll go through it off camera. But none of it's getting thrown out, but it's just not, a lot of this stuff isn't very good. Like I said, nothing wrong with Pittsburgh tools. Pittsburgh Pro, great stuff. Harbor Freight in general, Icon, Quinn, Doyle. But a lot of this stuff is just the absolute cheapest, Pittsburgh tools stuff that I bought when I started out. I don't even think, I was probably 18 or 19 years old when I first started collecting these tools, and that's what I could afford, back then. And all this stuff's worked. I used it to, work on some of these mowers before I got a kit of tools in here. And I've used them on fixing bikes out on the trail. And, it's all good stuff. But I think I'm due for an upgrade, something that's a little bit easier to, look at, a little easier to work with. I know what's there. I know what I need. So this box is going to get cleaned out. All these old random sockets and stuff, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. There's socket kits in here. There's socket kits in there. There's tons of socket sets. So all this stuff, yeah. Time for an upgrade. So I've gone through and sorted everything out. This pile of stuff over here is stuff that's most likely going to make it into the kit. This stuff is stuff that's, pretty good, that is okay. More homeowner grade stuff, kind of rusty, needs cleaned, that may go into one of these other boxes. That set of wrenches, probably good for something. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Might end up in one of these boxes. And then there's still just other stuff in this box that needs gone through. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what I picked up here from Harbor Freight, why I got it, and then talk about why I more or less kept what I kept out of this old box and what the game plan is going to be. So, I don't know how well you can see it, but the pinnacle of this set is going to be this Quinn 66-piece socket set. It's pretty good, and the thing is, it's still in the case. So I'm going to go ahead, I think, and we're going to open this one and then, see what all was in here and see if it was really worth it. But it is lifetime warranty, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. Always use the correct tool for the job, which in this case is, I guess a knife, but we're going to use this thing anyway, because who am I to use the correct tool for the job? Who would believe that out of all these boxes, I don't have a utility knife? I guess I could go and get the big girl out the door of the car, but rather just do it this way. It's a pretty solid set. It feels pretty good. Make sure I'm opening it the right way, spin it around here, and yeah. This is a pretty solid set. You've got all your SAE in the lid, and then you got, you know, your metric stuff down below, and that's a pretty good socket set, I think. This was $59.99, and for $59.99, it looks like you got you know, you got a pretty decent setup. Now, as you can see, it really only goes up to like, looks like 19 millimeter, and then 9/16 looks like it's your biggest size you got in SAE, but there's some other sockets that we're going to throw in here, so I think we should be pretty good on that front. But yeah, that's what this socket set has in it, so I'm pretty happy with it. That's about the same as size ranges that we had in the other kit, but this has, you know, obviously they look better quality, so I'm not too worried about it. For wrenches in the set, I'm just going to go ahead and use this set of wrenches that's in this Husky lid. I have another set of wrenches in one of these boxes that's going to end up going in the shop, so I'll go ahead and put these in a wrench roll, and we'll get them into the toolkit here pretty shortly. I said I had more sockets. I got this set of Job Smart sockets. They've just been sitting around. I have a full set of impact sockets in the shop, so these ones can be donated to the cause. I have them in SAE and metric in a pretty good set of sizes, so that's pretty good there for sockets, wrenches, all that kind of stuff. So that brings us into, well, what else did I buy at Harbor Freight? Well, they got a sales going on. Get your sale paper. I don't know if anyone reads these. It's a great time. Apparently they're selling 56-inch toolboxes for only $7.99, so that's a good deal. Wish I had room for one of them in here or somewhere, and then I could eliminate all 700 of these just random toolboxes. I digress. I ended up going to 2 different Harbor Freights yesterday in 2 different states, and well, I got 2 sales papers. Here's the second one. Basically, I would have been able to get away with going to 1 Harbor Freight, except for these Icon pliers that I bought are so sought after. I couldn't get them anywhere near me here in Pennsylvania. It just so happened I wanted to take a trip over to the Triadelphia area to hit up the Bass Pro. So I lucked out and was able to go over there. So we'll pretend we didn't see this. This was $2.99 on clearance, and guess what? It didn't work for what I needed. So we'll just go ahead and toss that one out of there because that's not going in the kit. Zip ties. I couldn't tell you how many things I fixed with zip ties that probably shouldn't have been fixed with zip ties. So zip ties going in the bag. Along the same vein here, you got the Handyman secret weapon, the good old duct tape of the Gorilla variety, because it's the best that I've used. Again, we taped a bumper on with this one time, so you know it's serious. That's going in there, but you don't want to see that. You want to see tools. Well, luckily I only have one other one in this bag, and it's these Icon pliers. These are the needle nose. Now, I'm not sponsored by Icon or Harbor Freight or any of these people, but I bought a pair of needle nose in a different variety, same Icon teeth and everything, but a different variety. And would you believe they're the only pliers that do anywhere close to what my Snap-on ones at work do. So for $17.99, these are going in the bag. Now, what else is going in the bag? Well, I don't know about this. This might go somewhere else, but I got this for free because I bought the Icon dikes. Now, technically diagonal cutters, dikes, side cutters, whatever you want to call them, I don't care. I call them dikes. Anyway, would you believe that the same Harbor Freight that had the needle nose did not have these? Well, the same Harbor Freight that had the needle nose also didn't give me my free tape measure. That's right. They were giving out free tools this weekend and I was able to get this. Now, if I were an Inside Track Club member, I could have got all 3, but I got 1,000 of those little light switches with the LEDs in them, and I don't really need any Harbor Freight batteries. So this one goes in the bag, and then this one goes in that pile of stuff that it's going somewhere. Not in the trash. None of these old tools are getting wasted. They'll get reassessed, but they're not going in my to-go kit. Now, what did I think was worthy of going back in the kit? Well, we'll start with an honorable mention that didn't come out, but something that's going to go back in. My only snap-on tool that's going to go in there, these are the HJ47 ACFs. These are my favorite snap-on pliers. Icon does make a copy of these. Now, I didn't buy them, but I kind of want to and test and see if they're as good as these, because I've turned all kind of 10 millimeter bolts under rusty cars. Like, you grab onto the head and just turn it, because they got these teeth. I don't know if you can see it, but they got these teeth in there that grab onto anything. So this specific pair I bought specifically to open the hood on my 91 Civic back when I had it. They were $60. The Icon version is, I believe, $17.99. Now, before you say anything, oh, it's Snap-on, it's better, maybe it's a little higher quality, but as you can see, she got rust on her, just like the Pittsburgh pliers. The only difference is I can sand a rust out of these and oil them down. The Pittsburgh pliers are pitted to junk once they get rusted. Those are going in there. Pittsburgh adjustable wrench. I mean, it got slop in it, but for a dirty repair real quick on some random who knows what, bike tire, something under a car, something in someone's house if I'm visiting, something out on the trail, it'll work fine. I got its little brother in here. I got the 10 and the 12. If I ain't got the right size wrench for it, one of these will do the job. Another pair of pliers. Do I really need to carry these? No, but they're Craftsman. I believe that these were a pair of my dad's, so we'll keep them in the kit. Rather than carrying 800 different sets of bits, we're going to go ahead and run these. These are just them Allen key sets. They're good enough for what we're doing. So they go into the mix. Keep our electrical bases covered. We'll carry these. I mean, they kind of suck, but I mean, for what we're doing, they're good enough. This tape measure will suffice. I mean, it does the thing. I used to call this one the OBD0 scan tool, because underneath the hood of the Civic, there wasn't a scan tool for it. So you just keep poking things until you find out where you're not getting power, and then you'll figure out where your issue is. Obviously, my truck and my car now are both OBD2, so I don't really need this, but you never know when you got to diag some other random, do some quick dirty electrical diag. So this will stay in there. This will stay in there just because I don't really think I need it anywhere else. So that made the choice. Like I said earlier, the OG vice grips, these ones will do anything, so they're going to stay in the kit. And then last but not least, the Master Force channel locks. I mean, they're not the biggest, but I mean, for what I'm doing, quick dirty field work. Look, I'm not a service truck mechanic, I'm not working in the field every single day. This kit, more or less, it's something quick for me to use if I'm out somewhere doing whatever, working on my car, working on a bike in a parking lot. I go visit someone, and they ask me if I can look at something real quick. Us men, and maybe even women too, if you're mechanically oriented, or that's your deal, you like working on stuff. Basically anyone who likes working on stuff, anyone who likes collecting tools, always wants to have their set of tools with them whenever, everywhere. So yeah, that's what this kit's for, more or less for that, rather than, I'm not pulling an engine in the O'Reilly's parking lot with this kit, but I probably have enough tools in this kit to get close enough. And then, if I'm in the O'Reilly's parking lot, I can go in and buy whatever else I need. So that's about it. The only thing that I don't have here is screwdrivers, But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to build the kit out, see how much room I have left, and then I got a couple different screwdriver kits in the boxes behind me, in the shop, in the house, and I'll figure out which set I want to put in there. But first, let me assemble our tool bag, get it all set up, then we'll go from there. Now, I made a game time executive decision to go ahead and not put the Quinn set in the bag and just keep them separate. I may regret that later. I don't know, but it saves us some room. Somewhere down the line, I might purchase, a bigger bag or something. But I think I'm going to like the bag a whole lot better than the toolbox. It's a lot lighter, a lot more portable. And, for now, it doesn't hurt. I could just carry this kit separately. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up and kind of show you how it got laid out. It might look a little bit messy, but I guarantee you it's a lot easier for me to navigate than the way this box used to be. So obviously you got the Quinn set here. Go ahead and get the wrench roll out. And then the first thing is, I said that I was going to pick some different screwdrivers. I got the Quinn here. These were a freebie someone was getting rid of. These are all the Phillips are these Quinn. I swear I had Quinn flatheads somewhere, but maybe I didn't get any. I don't know. And then, well, there's just another one. And then for flatheads, I'm going to use the old legacy hard handles. Because for whatever reason, I don't have any Phillips of these. So it works out great. That's what I ended up going for screwdrivers. Those are the most popular sizes, and that'll get me everything I need. Got the pliers in the pockets. Got the Duralock in here. Got this electrical stuff kind of just strewn in there. This stuff just sits on top. And then you got those two wrenches that wouldn't fit. My electrical pliers and the impact sockets on the bottom. Go ahead, pack it all back in here. As I drop a screwdriver on the ground. And this is going to be nearly impossible to fold back up with the camera running, but there you go. It's two pieces instead of one, which some people might find counterintuitive, but that's what the setup's gonna look like, I think. And just for anyone who was curious, the whole setup fits perfectly in the back of the truck. Go ahead, put the seat all the way back. It takes up way less room than the old. Well guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I'm pretty happy with the setup that we have. I think we have more than enough to do what I needed to do with a lot less weight, one toolbox down. But if you want more content, we still got a lot of stuff back here, and then the whole shop, and then everything that's going on. So stay tuned, and we'll get all that stuff to you. I think this is a pretty good kit. You could build it yourself. And yeah, that's about that. So I want to thank you for watching this video, especially if you're a long-time viewer. I know we got, over 350 subscribers now, and growing all the time. So thanks to each and every one of you, and anyone else who's watching this video, why don't you subscribe? Doesn't cost you anything. Lots of great content, exploring projects, tools, you name it, tons of stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time here on the Falappi YouTube channel. Thanks, guys.